I know what's going to be on the other side of that, you know? And
Could I add something to that?
Sure.
I feel like, especially with social media, like a lot of girls base their worth off of like how fast they can get money with doing the least amount of work.
mm-hmm,
And I mean labor work.
mm-hmm.
That's like, you see it on TikTok all the time. It's like, oh, like I'm a Pilates princess, or I like, you know, go to Starbucks every day. And it's like, oh, but I don't lift a finger. And it's like, you know, all these girls are now it leaves all these other girls to be like, oh, like what do I have to do to make that kind of money
Mm-hmm.
without doing a lot of work? Because that would mean like, oh, I'm not worth like a lot. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why
Yeah.
OnlyFans is so, you know, popular.
Yeah.
A great-
Instagram is like reprogramming everybody's brains.
Yeah, a great man once said, fast money comes with.
Slow problems. Yeah. I mean,
Who
I
said
think.
that? That's actually, there you
Yeah,
go.
I've said
I-
that. This is one of my quotes, but
If I
will
rip it and say that I made it like it was for me,
you
like,
say it on
everybody
the
can call me
show.
out.
You can say, I came up with
I'd
it.
be like, he's
You stole
lying.
it from me.
He's a liar.
Because I've always kind of found this interesting when girls say that they put men first and then they get into a career field that's going to ostracize them from the very men that they wanted. Right?
Well,
'Cause,
they don't understand how men tick. I think
Yeah.
that's what's missing. Is like we're animals at the end of the day. Like
Yes.
it's not going to change what men want
100%.
and what women want. That's why I always say to women, like your biology will catch up with you. Like you can think you're so smart, we can socialize, you can do experiments, and you know, but at the end of the day, your body's going to come online. And so I always talk about this book I read by E.O. Wilson, which is it's called On Human Nature, and basically his thesis is that at the end of the day, your biology is going to win, and he starts correlating it to what happens in the wild, and you know what men want, and like what male species wants, and what the female species wants in the wild, and how your body actually dictates that, like why it is, you know, that men want a certain type of woman, and why it is that women want a certain type of man, like the protection, the hunters, the gatherers, and that's never going to change. And I think that unfortunately for these women, when they realize that, and when the biology really comes online is probably in your mid-20s, it's too late because of the things that they've done, and men are not going to change their taste. So it's just calamitous. It just happened. It's like I see it happening in slow motion. It's like a train wreck, and I can't stop it.
I just hate when I see OnlyFans girls that are really cool people, very nice people as well. But when they go home, they cry at night because it's like they know they fucked up. But in public, they don't want to say, oh, I fucked up. It's like more like, hey, you know what? I'll make it look good. Behind closed doors, it looks really bad. So,
Yeah, it's just tough to get a traditional man that's going to pay the bills and take you seriously and protect and provide for you. Like, I don't mean to use an example, but like you acquired yourself a lower status male, right? Because of your profession. And you've been together for 3 months. I promise you, the conversation is going to come up. I don't like this. I want you to stop.
yeah.
It's going to come. It's been in every single one of you guys' situation, whether you're a dancer, stripper, whatever it is, OnlyFans, whatever, that tough conversation. You know what? I don't like this. I want you to stop. And then that's where you got to kind of make the decision.
Or she's gonna say, I want to stop. And he's gonna be like, money in
Yeah,
here.
in that situation.
I'm never
a
gonna
fine
stop.
marriage.
I've been doing this for a while.
Fair.
So
And that's fair enough. But like that's kind of what ends up happening where girls that are involved in that either have to A, stay single, B, acquiesce and get with a lower status male that's below them, kind of like in your situation, which I'm gonna newsflash for you. 6, 7, 8 months from now, you're gonna start to resent him because you make more money than him and you boss him around. I promise you it's gonna come. It always happens when girls make more money than their man and puts him in a leadership role, puts him in a dominant role, and then that guy has to submit to the woman, and that's a very unattractive feature to be in a relationship. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Because I
You want a man that you can boss around?
huh?
You want a man that you can boss around?
Absolutely not. I don't.
So what do you
believe
disagree
in,
with
I don't
then?
believe in bossing a man around at all.
So then what do you
If
disagree
he's
with?
a man that I can naturally submit to as my leader, as my protector, as my provider, regardless of what I do, like I'm gonna do that, whether or not I make more money than you. I've been in that situation where I make way more money than my man, but
How'd that turn
I'm
out?
not.
Where's he now? Gone.
But
That nigga gone, bro.
all I could say is
not
I'm
because
happy.
not because of financial reasons. Though.
Alright.
No,
Not
no,
because
I
of
mean
that.
it's new. You guys are in the honeymoon phase, but what I'm saying, I've seen this with, and I don't mean to pick on you, but like every single girl that's come on the show where she's in a situation where she makes way more than her man or whatever it may be,
Yeah.
it never ends well.
I think
Almost
it's about
never.
how you carry yourself or how you represent
Bro, it
yourself.
don't matter,
I don't
bro.
believe I don't believe in letting your career define who you
Yeah,
are.
you might not believe in it, but
I mean, it does make a
belief is
difference,
not going to change
but-
biology. You know,
True, yes,
like it's like I
agree.
don't believe that
Yeah.
men can't also be women. It's like you can say that all
I
you
agree.
want,
Yeah,
but you're a
I
man,
agree.
dude. You know, you're a woman,
Very
and it's
true.
the same
Yes.
thing. And men tick in a certain way,
Yeah.
you know. And so,
I agree.
I mean, you're all young enough that I think that if you hear that, you can make some changes, but
Yeah.
don't think that you're going to change the way men tick. Like that's
No,
just not
absolutely
a thing.
I don't. That's
Yeah.
never gonna happen. I
Yeah.
don't think there's any woman that can.
And you also
change
can't
a
change
man's-
how you tick, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you'll get with that guy, you'll think, oh no, it's cool, we'll work together, I'll build him up. And then you realize he's just living off of you, he's a
Yeah.
fucking
Could I
bum.
add something?
Of course,
You make more than
absolutely.
him, you got more
Yeah.
ambition. It's just very unattractive for a woman to be with a man that can't provide,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
but I just don't look at that first. Like if I'm into you, I'm not gonna look at what you provide for me first. Like I'm not gonna look at a man. Okay, that's what I mean.
How's
by
that
I
worked
can
out for you for
separate-
29 years?
It's worked good and bad.
Do you
It
want
clearly
because-
hasn't worked good because
Do
you
I
don't have
want
a guy.
kids? I do, but I'm very cautious of who I decide to have a kid with.
Do you want to be married?
I do, yes.
do?
I almost was like this close, like almost.
Could I add something?
Yeah.
I was just wondering. So like, you say that you are like a dom, right? For the
I am,
for the most
yes.
part.
Mhm.
So like, but you want a guy to be the dominant one in a relationship. Is that true?
In a relationship, but not my career. Like
True.
She's
Okay.
basically she has two different.
I do.
people.
I have two different personalities. I really do. So I have me and I have my job.
Understood. So I was just questioning, like, how do you expect a man to be dominant in a relationship if you don't allow him to be dominant?
I absolutely will. I allow him. If I feel you naturally, if I'm feeling you naturally, I will say sometimes it's hard for me to be attracted to a male. But if it's natural and I'm feeling like right now, I'm dealing with someone that I'm naturally attracted to.
Right.
And he knows everything that I do. We talk about it, everything. I'm naturally attracted to him sexually, emotionally, everything. You know.
How long you guys been seeing each other?
I would say like a month now. But
What
it's
does it
very
mean to be a
hard for me
dom?
to-
I hate
Can you
myself for
elaborate on
asking
that
this.
question.
Yeah, well, I'm at like literally when you say I'm a dom,
Mm-hmm.
because you said you were a stripper.
Yes.
So
I'm a
what does it
dancer
mean
as
to be
well.
a dom stripper, or is it not?
So
is it not
it's two
together?
different things. It's two
Oh,
different
okay.
things.
So what's a dom?
It can be together.
What's a
but
dom?
Okay, a dom. Basically, I'm fulfilling your fantasy. So if you want me to, it's not just the typical. I don't know if can I say.
Oh,
ball?
you're,
You know-
so,
you know what?
you. Okay,
It's not the
these are two
typical
different jobs.
BDSM.
You know what?
Yes.
Go all the way in. Explain it all the
No,
way.
you don't have to. Sorry,
That's what
I
I'm-
thought it was related to your role as a
No, it's
stripper.
fine.
No,
You're saying
no, it can
that
be it's two
people can
different
book
things.
you for some other stuff.
Yes.
Okay, and where do you sell that service?
So it's kind of like okay. So I'm
On,
on
like,
I'm on
OnlyFans?
sugar. No,
Sugar
I've
daddies.
done OnlyFans before everybody know about it. I don't like OnlyFans. I'm not an OnlyFans girl. Basically, there's different websites that you have. We actually create real contracts. Like it's an actual contract you need to sign. You need to pay tribute, everything. If you have a wife, or like I need to know pretty much all about your life. There's
What
different
website is
levels.
that?
There's a lot of them. There's
But which one are you on?
SugarDaddy.com. I don't do Seeking Arrangements anymore just because it's a
But
lot
for
of
the dom
weirdos.
thing, that's what sugar daddy
There's
says.
That's where I met my
Kinks.com.
husband.
Kinks.com.
Kinks.com.
Wait, where?
It's my
Where?
On Seeking
it's my
Arrangements.
I don't like
Wow.